coverage you can count on.
Tonight, we're giving you a never-before-seen look at what may have happened on the night Michael Dunn shot and killed 17-year-old Jordan Davis.
Tara Bars is here with the Action News investigation.
Mark and Paige, our experts, went through the evidence and the testimony to figure out what may have happened when Michael Dunn shot and killed 17-year-old Jordan Davis.
Hi, I need an ambulance at the Gate gas station at Southside and Bay Meadows.
We recreated the scene from that deadly night with a 9mm handgun and the bullets similar to what Dunn used, and a Dodge Durango like the one Jordan Davis and his friends were in that night.
But let's just go through it.
Former FBI agents and weapons experts Dale Carson and Brian Kinsel reviewed all evidence and testimony in the Michael Dunn murder trial. They put his testimony to the test.
We need a little more distance.
They positioned the SUV just as it was presented in court. After firing the gun, using a two-handed grip and turning his body as Michael Dunn described, Kinsel noticed some major differences in what happened here and what happened that night. First, the shell casings of every single shot Kinsel fired from inside the car stayed inside the car. In court, this evidence tech testified that 6 expended cartridge casings were found outside of Michael Dunn's car. Kinsel also noted how hard it was to keep from turning his body to fire 4 more shots out the window, like Dunn described doing, and being able to keep them in such a close cluster like this picture shown in court. He believes that and the timing of shots fired means Michael Dunn may have gotten out of his vehicle right away and fired every shot from outside his vehicle. Listen again. Michael Dunn claims Jordan Davis was opening that door and coming at him when he shot out his window in self-defense. Our experts also found a major problem with that angle. They say there wouldn't have been enough space for Jordan Davis to get out of the vehicle.
So what does this mean?
The only way that Jordan Davis could have been shot from this position, rounds impacting there, was for Jordan Davis to be inside the car, on the seat, probably in a reclining position.
And that's what makes me think that he had to be right here on the ground shooting at the car.
Like this, when the SUV was backing out and pausing to go from reverse into drive.
I think it was at that moment that those 4 shots that we hear on the audio were fired from a kneeling position. I think then the Durango then pulled away, and Michael Dunn continued, fired 3 more shots that impacted all the back bumper and the back passenger side window.
And the state attorney's office tells me they have no record of a reenactment ever taking place in this case. There are 3 big takeaways from our experts. They think it's likely Dunn could have fired the first rounds from outside of his car, unlike his testimony suggested. They also say that because of the timing of the shots fired, where the bullet casings fell, and the bullet trajectory, they believe the shot that killed Jordan Davis was fired as the Durango was pulling out of its parking space and was leaving, contrary to Dunn's explanation of the event that night. In the studio, Tara Bars, CBS 47 Action News.
Michael Dunn is scheduled to be back in court in June. At that hearing, a judge could set a court date for a new trial on the murder charge.
A big change.